my fans, once again, Squeaking Lion here, and I have a very serious question to ask you. But first, a little premise. I am back from my military duty. I am tired. As you can imagine, it's quite a lot of work being in the military. And I am back now, though, and when I got back, I had several things in my messages from a couple of different fans of mine, and I really you gonna rain now? That's what we're doing here. It was weather clear. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, let's try this again. I had a couple of different messages from fans, and it's not the first time I've gotten this message before. I've gotten this message at least 3 or 4 times before. And the message was, "Hey, Lion, love your channel, but dude, you got to stop calling your fans squeakers. Squeakers is considered an insult in the gaming community." And, well, okay, I know that there is a term, squeakers, for in the gaming community, and what that means in the gaming community is that there is, that basically it's a young child, or at least an immature child, who is screaming and ranting and going crazy online with their headset and such during an online game, and they're acting wild and crazy as kids do, and it tends to annoy a lot of gamers. And the term started coming up as they are squeakers because they kind of start getting hype. Of course, their voices are high pitched, and they're screaming and having fun and all that, and hence the term. Hey, that kid's a squeaker, and I know about this derogatory insult, and frankly, I don't like it. Let's face it, guys. Every single one of us at one time was a squeaker. So honestly, you guys are really being hypocrites when you're calling these younger players a squeaker. Because every single one of us was a squeaker at one point. I was a squeaker at one point. I'm 46 years old, and once upon a time, I was a squeaker. We have all been a child playing games and jumping up and down and going, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe what's happening!" Ah! We've all done this. We all have. And quite frankly, for these, for people to go up there and start making fun of young children and calling them squeakers and being derogatory, I don't like that. I don't. Once upon a time, that was you. And frankly, our community is toxic enough without insulting these young, burgeoning gamers. Guys, believe it or not, gaming is now considered an art form. It is considered the perfect mesh of art and science. And gamers are considered artists who utilize science within their field. Guys, we have the possibility as gamers to become an actual legitimized art form. But it's never going to happen if we keep being as toxic as we are. Our community is toxic. That's just a fact. We have too many people who insult everybody on the planet and talking about how great they are and how much better they are and rah 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 and causing a bunch of grief, all because they're super elite at this game that they spend hundreds and thousands of hours on. Guys, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're hurting our community. You're hurting yourself. You are not proving anything to anybody by being super good at a video game. You want to impress me by doing something, by doing something with a video game, make a living out of it. Those people who actually make a living out of video games, yeah, okay. Those guys have have the right to be able to say, you know what? I've made something of myself with gaming. It's just like a person who paints a picture and sells it. A person who makes a video or a movie and sells it. People who get on television and make music and do recordings and all that, they're the ones getting paid. They have a right to be, well, not jerks about it, but at least be proud of their accomplishments. They've made something of their lives. They don't, obviously they don't need to be jerks about it. Frankly, there's no reason for that at all. Our community is way too toxic to be spreading all this rah rah rah, I'm the best in the world. Shut up. I'm sorry. Shut up. You're not the best in the world. There's only one best in the world, and I don't care how good you are at a particular game. Even if you are the best, there's no reason to be toxic. You've proved you're the best. You've proved that you're good at this video game, or maybe video games in general. That's good enough. You know what the real true mark of a professional is? They're the guys who can accept all the criticism of those lower than them and say, well, hey, good game. It was a good, you did great. Good job. Keep practicing, brother. You're doing great. That's the mark of a real professional. That's the mark of a professional gamer. And people who call squeakers, these young children squeakers, give me a break. Give me a break. You need to stop. You guys are hurting our community. You're acting like the very children that you're insulting. And quite frankly, I'm sorry, to be honest, the majority of gamers who call young children squeakers are teenagers. And I'm sorry, teenagers, you ain't all that. I mean, give me a break. It wasn't more than a couple of years ago that you yourselves were squeakers, so you really need to have a little more patience. You really do. You need to stop. You guys need to stop. The reason why I call my fans squeakers is actually because I'm talking about... Okay, so this harkens back to my name. The reason why I call myself Squeaking Lion isn't because I consider myself a squeaking lion, but because I am paying tribute to those squeaking lions out there who deserve a little recognition. To me, a lion is someone who steps forth and does something good with their life. Not just like impressive. Anybody can go and make a ton of money, but what did you do with the money? Did you win it in the lottery, or did you go out and create a business worthy of being able to step back and look at and be proud of? Because of your hard work, you created jobs, and you created economy, and you created a good thing. What if you went out and you were really awesome at a sport, and or at dancing, or at music, or at anything, something, you went out, you worked your tail off, and you've worked for years and maybe even decades to become a master at your craft, and yet nobody knows about this. That's what I'm talking about by squeaking lions. They're the people who step out and do great things with their lives, but don't make a fuss about it. They don't go out and say, hey, look at how great I am. Aren't I the best person in the world? They're the people who get on the media and get on the newspaper and get on the magazines and get on the TV and radio and everywhere else and talk about how great they are. Okay, granted, you've become lions. Congratulations. I'm glad you're getting the recognition that you have, and you deserve that recognition. You've done something great. But guys, I'm talking about the people who don't get recognized. I'm talking about the people who go and work at a charity for years, decades, working their butts off, never get a penny. And nobody knows who these people are. I'm talking about the people who even though they themselves are kind of hurting for money, they'll step down and to pick up a homeless person who fell and hand them a $20 bill and say, "Hey, brother, let's go get you someplace warm. Let's go get you a meal." You know, and while I will admit that I am more of the belief that you should teach a man to fish so that he can feed himself, at the same time, sometimes that's not possible. What about those nurses who put in 16-hour shifts to help the sick and the needy? Granted, they get paid for their job, but they have a hard job, and they work themselves into a frenzy. Nurses have stress-related injuries more than the vast majority of other people. What about the firemen? Now, granted, firemen get a lot of kudos, and people swat them on the back and they go, "Hey, you're heroes" and all that. But believe it or not, there are a lot of firemen who don't. They don't look for that applause. They don't want those kudos. They don't want those medals. What about the police officers? I know that there are police officers that have gone to the dark side. I know that happens. But the vast majority don't. The vast majority of police officers are good people. They're helping people. They're going out, they're taking time out of their way to help people they don't even know. And what's more, we have people who these police officers are going into harm's way to take down the true evil in this world. And guys, if you don't believe there's evil in this world, you are naive. I am a soldier in the United States Army. I've been in the military for 16 plus years. I know for a fact evil exists. And police officers are right on the front line of that. They see the nastiness of the world every day. They see the ugliness of the world every day, and the fact that they're still sane says a lot. Believe me, it's hard to look at ugliness. I've seen it, guys. I've seen the ugliness of the world firsthand, experienced it firsthand many times. And guys, I have nothing but respect for police officers, for military, for all those people who put themselves in front of that so that the people behind them don't have to experience it. And you have no idea until you have experienced it firsthand just how ugly and awful the world can be. And for those people to step up and put themselves in front of that ugliness so that you don't have to experience it and then never get recognized for it, at the end of their career, get a gold watch and a tiny little pension, to have a little party at the end. Hey, congratulations on X number of years, bye now. That's it? That's all these people get? Some of these guys who have been wounded in combat, wounded in the line of action, hurt, burned, lost limbs, lost eyesight, lost senses, been driven insane? And all they get at the end is a pat on the head and, "Gee, thanks, guys. Here's a tiny little pension, and now go live the rest of your life without support, without help," and by the time they retire, most of them are probably lost, a large portion of their families. It's heartbreaking, guys. It's heartbreaking. These are the squeaking lions. These are the people who have stepped forward, done something great with their lives, done something amazing with their lives, and they're never recognized. Nobody knows who these people are because they're not pop stars. because they're not football players who, professional football players. And don't get me wrong, those people have worked their butts off to get to that to get to that level of their profession. I'm not bad mouthing their success. What I'm bad mouthing is you. I am bad mouthing you for putting these people on a pedestal and ignoring the people who put themselves in harm's way so that you have the luxury of not seeing the ugliness of the world, so you can enjoy those pop stars. You can enjoy those sports players. So you can enjoy those actors and those movies and those other things. You have no idea how ugly the world is until you're on those front lines. Those are squeaking lions. Those are the people who never ask for the kudos, who never ask for the tributes, never step forward like politicians and claim all the credit for the stuff that they didn't have anything to do with, except they gave the order to go and do it. Give me a break. There's greater things in the world, and they are performed by squeaking lions. It is my I don't really know how to say this. It's my wish, it's my desire to be able to use this channel to be able to inspire young children, young teenagers, young adults to stop with the me attitude of modern society and start going and being a lion. If you want the kudos, okay, fine. At least go and do something great with your life. This is dedicated to the squeaking lions, the ones that never get seen, the ones that don't want the kudos, the ones that don't want the accolades. They just want to do a good job. They just want to put themselves on the front lines between you and evil. You and the awful things of the world. And I wish I were more eloquent. I wish I could tell you just how proud I am of those people. Of how important those people are. That they continue to do the great things that they do and never get recognized. Guys, my channel is dedicated to them. And when I call you squeakers, I say it with pride. You deserve to be squeakers. You deserve to be those lions who step out, do amazing things. We, as humans, are capable of doing amazing things. And those people don't want any recognition. They don't expect any recognition. They don't expect reward for it, except maybe like a paycheck at the end of the day. This is dedicated to them. This is dedicated to those hardworking individuals who step forward to create charities for people who don't have as much as they do. And sometimes those people don't have much themselves. Holy cow, weather, you need to stop. Sorry, I'm sniffly today. So, having said all that, I want to be able to, at the same time, recognize those people who misunderstand when I call you squeakers. I don't mean it in a derogatory way, and unfortunately, it has become a derogatory insult, I suppose. And the vast majority of people are not going to see this video. They're not going to see it and realize that, oh, well, Lion's not insulting me. He's just, he's telling it to me fondly. He's fondly calling me a squeaker. My fans, my squeakers. I recognize that I've lost fans, I've lost subscribers because they don't like being called squeakers. I recognize that a lot of people come to this channel and hear me say, "Hello, fellow squeakers!" and they go, I ain't no squeaker. I'm done. And they're gone. And that's exactly what I don't want to do, because I need to be able to spread the word. The reason why I say at the end of all of my episodes that, guys, spread the word of Squeaking Lion. I'm not talking about necessarily my channel. I mean, obviously, I want you guys to talk about my channel, because I would like to be able to make this into something, into a job, into something real. But I'm also talking about spread the word of those people who are Squeaking Lions themselves. I'm talking about tell the world about those underdogs, those people who go out and work their tails off, work their backsides off, killing themselves. I don't mean that literally, but just like killing themselves with work, to try to make something big and important happen. And never get any recognition for it. I'm talking about spreading the word of all of that, not just my channel. My channel is dedicated to those people. In my little way, I suppose. I mean, I suppose I could do better than that. I just don't exactly know what to do. This is kind of my best attempt at it, to be able to inspire children, teenagers, young adults, everybody, to be able to go out and become a squeaking lion. But I also recognize that the term squeakers is probably the wrong thing to call you. I know a couple of people have responded on my Facebook channel. Facebook fan page, and said, "Hey, we don't mind being called squeakers. We like being called squeakers." And thank you. I mean, you guys get it. You guys understand where I'm coming from. But I also recognize that the vast majority of people who are coming to this channel are gamers. And they're not going to get it. They're going to hear it. They're going to hear me saying, "Hey, you're a squeaker." Yeah, oh, I'm not a squeaker. And I'm going to lose those people. And if I'm going to spread the word and be able to encourage people to not only become Squeaking Lions, but to recognize those who are, I have to stop calling you squeakers. And I recognize that, I mean, honestly, I don't like that I have to do that. But I think I have to. And what's more, I have an enormous number of Stardew Valley episodes already recorded, edited, all that stuff, where I say, "Hello, fellow squeakers," and I don't intend to re-record over those. I don't intend to redo those. I can't. I mean, I have, like, oh my gosh, probably another 70 plus videos in the hopper, already recorded, already edited. I can't take that game footage back. It's already been done. And I still have more to record for Stardew Valley, ironically. So on that particular channel, I will be continuing to call people, call my fans my squeakers. But I believe, before I make this official, I would like to get some input back from you on this channel, preferably on this video. But if you want to put it on other videos, that's fine too. I would like to hear back on the possibility of perhaps changing my moniker for you, changing my nickname for you, my fans, from Squeakers to Lions. And, you know, that way it's, "Hello, fellow Lions!" I don't know, it just doesn't sound right, does it? You know, I want to hear from you guys. For those of you who have stuck around and listened to this entire spiel that I've just given, thank you for that, by the way. I would like to hear from you guys what you would like me to call you, my fans. Maybe I've been a little premature. Maybe I should just wait and find out what my fans prefer to call themselves. Do you want to be called squeakers? Do you want to be called lions? Do you want to be called, I don't know, the Pride, the Pride of Lions, or I don't know. Do you want to? I would prefer something like lion related, or something that gives tribute to those who are the underdogs, the underappreciated, the heroes who never get known. Um, I would like something like that, because I would like to inspire each and every one of you to become that way. And if you can start referring to yourselves as heroes, perhaps eventually you'll be able to become the hero that you are saying that you want to be. Um, that's part of why I call everyone squeakers. Maybe it's derogatory, but at the same time, we as a community, as a Squeaking Lion community, recognize that we are the underappreciated, that we are the ones not recognized. Um, but at the same time, we can step forward and be lions. We can be great. Perhaps as a community, we can be great. Or maybe just as an individual. Perhaps as that simple lion, that rogue lion that goes on his own, or perhaps as a pride of lions. It doesn't matter, as long as you're being a lion, as long as you're going out and doing great things. That's the purpose. That's the point. Go out and do great things. Go out and be a lion. And this channel will always be dedicated to those squeaking lions that never get recognized. Here, you are recognized. And if people want to post stories about their local heroes who never got any recognition, I absolutely encourage that. I want you to be able to go out and tell everyone about that hero, about how that hero did great things and wasn't recognized. Well, here, by God, we will recognize them. We will recognize that they are heroes. And I guess maybe that's all I've got. Please post in the comments if you have a particular thing you'd like to be known as. Do you like being called squeakers? I recognize that many of you probably don't care. I mean, if you're fans, obviously you don't care, or at least most of you don't care. But I recognize that many people do, and I guess I'm going to have to stop calling you guys squeakers. So what would you like to be called? Would you like to be called lions? Would you like to be called pride members? Ooh, that's not bad. Hello, fellow Pride members. Hello, fellow Pride Lions. Hello, I don't know. Come up with something, guys. And I will be thinking about this as well. And in the meantime, I'm going to be continuing to call people squeakers for a little while. But I would like input from you guys, and I would like to know what you guys think would be a better moniker, a better nickname for Squeaking Lion fans. What's the better thing to do? What's the best thing to do in this case? And if everyone says, "Hey, the hell with them. We like being called squeakers," who cares what other people think? Keep us squeakers. If that's just unanimous and everyone says, "Hey, screw those guys. I'm a squeaker," then you know what? We're going to maintain. We will be a squeaker. We will be squeakers, and together we shall squeak mightily. But okay, guys. Anyway, I guess that's going to do it for now. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you will leave a comment, and I hope you will continue to support this channel and tell everybody that you can about this channel. And please leave a like. It helps me out so very much. For those of you who are regular viewers of mine, please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and sharing my videos on your social media. I truly appreciate it when you do. And for those of you who are already supporting me in all the ways that you do, those of you who understand the message that we are trying to give on this channel, thank you. Well, that was timing. Did I just pick a bad, like, ugh. Here, let me go over here to the desert. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did I go the wrong way? I did. All right, let's go over here to the there we go. Over to the desert. Woohoo! And down. Okay. To those of you who already support the message of this channel and support my channel and try your best to support me in all the ways that you do, thank you so very much. I am grateful to every single one of you. You are helping to support this channel. You're helping to spread the good news, spread the good word of Squeaking Lions everywhere. And I hope that you will continue to do your best and keep that up. And as always, everyone, always remember that anyone can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. So embrace your inner lion, everyone, and squeak on!